Nissan today for great offers on our most exciting lineup ever. Shop ChooseNissan.com. This is why they invented Southern California. Perfect 77 degrees on this late Saturday afternoon, early Saturday night. Dodgers and Braves getting ready for the second game of the three-game series. Dodgers entered the game having won 7 of 10, 16 of their last 21. The Braves have lost 3 of 4. And when play began today, the Dodgers are 32-31, a game and a half behind the Arizona Diamondbacks. The Braves lineup looks like this, with Ozzie Albies, who leads the league in runs scored and has 19 doubles to boot, a .304 on base percentage. Dansby Swanson, then Freddie Freeman, the third leading hitter in the league. Nick Markakis is the fifth leading hitter, and he's got 82 base hits. Nobody has more. Tyler Flowers is catching. Charlie Culberson in left. Ender Inciarte, while struggling lately, still leads the National League with 18 stolen bases. Johan Camargo at third base. Anibal Sanchez pitching and batting ninth against the 27-year-old left-hander Alex Wood.
Alex Wood out there to give the Dodgers some length. He averages a little over 5 innings a start. The Dodgers would love to see him go 6 or 7. And to do that, he's going to have his off-speed stuff in line. That means the changeup and the breaking ball. Fastball location to both sides of the plate, but keeping the breaking ball and the changeup down, enticing the ground ball.
Opponents have hit .246 against Alex Wood, who was originally drafted by the Atlanta Braves in the second round in 2012. Albies, Swanson, and Freddie Freeman to lead it off. A note about the Atlanta Braves and their offense. As a team, they're hitting .272 against left-handed pitching this year. That's the highest in the National League. Albies takes high strike, and it's 0-1. Albies, with 70 base hits, is 9th in the league. The Braves as a team have scored more runs than anybody else, but suddenly the Dodgers are not far behind in that category. Albies fouls it into the Dodger dugout, and it's 0-2 with Swanson on deck. The Braves come in having scored 315 runs. The Dodgers at 302 ranked third in the league. And the pitching, well, the starters have been huffing and puffing, and the bullpen has been sensational. Well, they are fatigued, but the hitting has really carried the day. Past Ron Washington, third base coach, and Eric Young Sr. is the first base coach. Albies with 14 home runs. There's EY. Well, the sun and the shadows will be an issue, right field in particular, for the next 45 minutes to an hour. High and outside.
The glare will be tough on Yasiel Puig out there. He will fight it. I'm sure he'll be asking the infielders to point where the ball is being hit. Sometimes you don't get a very good read coming out of the shadows into that sunlight.
On 1-2. We'll do it again. Coming into this game, the Dodgers have won 14 of their last 17 against teams over 500. So they have really elevated their game, winning 16 of their last 21. Peterson's been red hot. The 1-2 is outside, 2 balls and 2 strikes.
The list is getting longer of the hot hitters of the Dodgers. Before, it used to be maybe Grandal or Kemp that was carrying them. The welcoming back of Justin Turner got them going a little bit.
Now the 2-2. Albies stays alive and makes a nuisance of himself. For Alex Wood, there's Justin Turner. That left wrist still painful. Meanwhile, the next pitch, Albies, we'll see, will be his 8th. Dansby Swanson on deck. Gentle breeze from left to right. The 2-2. Off Wood's back. Albies runs well. He's still out by a step. Now let's make sure Wood is okay. Nate Lucero, one of the Dodger trainers, of course, last night Walker Buehler had to come out with rib pain.
This gets him right back up by his scapula, that upper back on the right side. I'm glad it's on the right side. That side has to stabilize for you with the glove out there to kind of let you crack the whip of your pitching arm, but it's a lot better on that side than it would be on the left side.
One gone. Swanson coming up at 268. There's Buehler. They're not quite sure when he'll be back. They haven't decided one way or another, DL or not DL. But they weren't upset by what they saw out of the X-rays and the CAT scan today. As if Dave Roberts and Bob Guerin don't have enough to worry about. Swanson with a half dozen home runs. And he's been heating up over the last 7 games. Deep down the left field line, but foul. A sunny day. It's beginning to come to an end.
Those fans have some issues right over there. If there's a foul ball from a right-handed hitter, they want to keep their hands up and make sure they're watching the game.
And protecting their beer. There are priorities in life. Here's the 1-1. Strike 1 and 2. But Dansby Swanson with Freddie Freeman on deck.
Extra special for the right-handed hitter right now with a left-handed pitcher, because that's directly into the glare. A right-handed pitcher with Anibal Sanchez and a left-handed hitter, the vision will be a little bit better.
Freeman on deck. We're just underway. Swanson is down, struck out for the 58th time. 2 out, nobody on.
Alex Wood, the last couple starts, really struggled against Colorado and San Diego. 5 earned runs and 6 earned runs, and the breaking ball down and into righties has been the problem. That one executed well.
Max Muncy's going to go over to the right side of the infield, leaving only Chris Taylor on the left. The shift is on for Freddie Freeman. 3rd leading hitter in the league at .336. Well, you see the shadows, you see the shift. Freeman 11 home runs on 1 hop to a perfectly positioned Max Muncy. And a perfectly good first inning for Alex Wood. Taylor, Muncy, and Kemp to hit in the bottom of the first. Home runs now than any other club in the National League, 78. Leading it off tonight's going to be Chris Taylor. Max Muncy, Matt Kemp, merely the National League's leading hitter. Bellinger's hit a home run in each of the last 4 games. Yasiel Puig, Grandal hit 2 last night. Peterson's been hot. Forsythe at second base. Alex Wood pitching and batting 9th against the 33-year-old veteran Anibal Sanchez.
He outpitches the changeup now. The fastball has depleted over the last few years. He only hovers around 90 miles an hour with the fastball, but the changeup has gotten better.
And Taylor takes low, 1 ball and no strikes. Chris at 249 has 60 base hits and has fared well in his career against Atlanta. 1 ball and 1 strike to Chris Taylor. Muncy on deck and Kemp to follow. Dodgers have averaged almost 6 runs per game during this 16-5 run, scoring 124.
We are past the description of they are starting to get hot. Over 21 games to win 16, they are hot.
The 1-2. High and inside, and it's 2-2.
Dodgers see a wide array of pitches tonight. The fastball changeup combination, but also a cutter, a slider, and a curveball.
Sanchez on 2-2. Taylor works the count full. Taylor has walked 28 times. He has been struck out 69. And Taylor with an excuse me foul tip.
That was a ball right out of Sanchez's hand, and Chris kind of nonchalantly taking it, and that ball just rode in and caught the end of the bat.
The veteran Sanchez. 6th appearance and 5th start for the Braves. At the knees. 1 up, 1 down.
Take a look at the pitch cast right here. And does it catch the bottom of the strike zone? It looks like no. It's the hollow of the knee. It's not the kneecap. And the computer had it low. So did Chris Taylor.
But it was Angel Hernandez that got the only vote. 1 out. Max Muncy coming up. Angel Hernandez in his 26th big league season. Muncy takes a strike, 0-1. Muncy in his last 5 games hitting .400. 8 for 20, and 3 of those 8 base hits have been home runs. 1 ball, 1 strike. National League's leading hitter Matt Kemp on deck. The 1-1. 2 balls and a strike.
Sanchez has really had to work to become a pitcher that tries to mystify you. The stuff, not one pitch really overwhelming anymore. Trying to get you out with the mixed bag.
Into right. The power hitting Dodgers pick up where they left off last night. Max Muncy, his 11th of the year for the Dodgers, their league leading 79th home run. And it's an early 1-0 lead.
Dodgers tied with the Colorado Rockies with 4 or more guys that have 10 or more home runs. And I'll tell you what, Max Muncy was an unexpected name on that list, and he adds to his total right there. Number 11 and number 26 in the RBI total.
So it's 1-0 as Kemp steps in and takes a strike. It's 0-1. So Muncy, like so many of these Dodgers, have been red hot. Last night, the top 6 guys in the Dodger lineup went 8 for 22, scored 6, knocked in 7. Can Kemp beat the throw? 2 gone.
First baseman number 35, Alexander.
Coming into the game, the Dodgers have played 63 in their first 21 games, they couldn't hit a home run for the life of them. But boy, have they been red hot. Bellinger, who's got a home run in each of the last 4 games, takes high 1-0. Bellinger would join some exclusive company if he can hit one out tonight. One ball and 1 strike. To second base, that's Albies making an easy play of it, and that's going to do it. But Max Muncy cracks his 11th home run of the year, and the Dodgers this season, when they score first, are 28th at 8. Thunderdome. Home run last night, another one tonight. 11 on the year. The Dodgers lead 1-0. Markakis leading it off. That takes a breaking ball for a strike. It's 0-1. Nick Markakis at .327 is 5th in the National League. He's got 82 base hits, more than anybody in the NL. He's knocked in 42, ranks 8th in the league in that category. And he bangs one into right center field. That is one hop off the wall. Fielded with a bare hand by Peterson, and Markakis strikes with a leadoff double here in the second.
It was some piece of hitting right there. Up and in fastball, pulled the hands in. Usually you get that ball popped up when the hitter offers at it, going up there. But boy, he did a very nice job of turning through that ball, getting the head of the bat on it, and driving it to right center.
He's one of those great players that isn't acknowledged as a great player.
Injury kind of cut off a lot of his PR, but he has been consistent when healthy.
More than 2,000 hits. Tyler Flowers giving Kurt Suzuki the night off tonight. Flowers at .265. He's got 3 home runs and slashes 1 foul to the right, and it's 0-1. Markakis at second base is now 6 for 9 in his career against Alex Wood. Charlie Culberson is on deck. Dodgers with a 1-0 lead. Missing down and in. It's 1-1. Wood, his last start on Sunday, didn't fare particularly well up in Colorado. But then again, most pitchers don't. 6 runs, 5 hits in just 2 innings. Missing inside, and it's 2-1. So Wood trying to settle in. He's got a 1-run lead to work with early.
Early in the season, his first 10 starts, pitched very well. A 3.32 ERA. He's 1-4, and he could have really sued for lack of run support. But the last 2 starts have really been his issue. An ERA over 13 and not throwing the ball the way he's capable of.
Missing down and away. It's 3-1.
The 2 bad starts got 2 no decisions. Dodger offense has awakened, and his ability to throw the ball where he wants kind of went away, and so he didn't get to record those victories. They went to the bullpen.
An all-star last year when he went 16-3. Comes into the game tonight with a record of 1-4. Into right center. And heading back to make the catch is Puig. A long throw. Markakis to third. There's 1 out.
You hit the ball to the right side. If it's in the air, you got to get Yasiel Puig back to the warning track to have a chance to get the third. And they're able to get it deep enough to get Markakis over.
Now Charlie Culberson coming up. And he's been hot in the last 8 games. He's been treated like it's the return of a conquering hero the last 2 nights. So many of his Dodger mates have come over and said hi and wished him well. With the infield in, Culberson takes low and inside. Charlie with a couple of home runs this year, and both of them walk-off. Ender Inciarte is on deck. Wood threw 13 pitches in the first. Culberson takes down and away. And it's 2 balls and no strikes.
Talk about the active Dodgers going to seek out Charlie Culberson. How about Tommy Lasorda and he having a conversation and a hug before the game? Nice to see Tommy out here. Charlie always used to sit at Tommy's table in spring training and listen to his stories at breakfast or lunch.
Here's a 2-0. Oh, they began at breakfast. They ended at lunch.
Well, Charlie had to get on the field. He'd come back later after the workout.
2-1 to Culberson.
Charlie very respectful of Dodger personnel and the greats with Don Newcomb and Tommy Lasorda, and all those would always take time to hear the stories from old.
And then, of course, he will always be linked with Vin. The 2-1. Golf foul to the right. Now to play 2 balls and 2 strikes. Dodgers hoping to get some length again out of Alex Wood tonight. Buehler went 5 1/3 last night. In the last 7 games in which the Dodgers have won 6 out of 7, the starters have thrown 21 1/3 innings. The relievers 40 2/3. Starters have thrown 396 pitches. The relievers 686. Culberson just gets a piece of it. He'll live to see another pitch.
A fan on Twitter once asked me, do the catchers ever practice catching foul tips? And I went down with that to Yasmani Grandal, and he just laughed. I knew the answer, but I needed to hear his answer. And he goes, oh, yeah, all the time. We practice that all the time. They have to hit in the most perfect place in the glove for them to stick.
That's something you don't want to practice. Foul tips. I'll take off in your knees and your forearms.
Exactly.
The mask.
Plus, how can you get the hitter to go up there, or the machine? Hey, can you throw me some foul tips? You take the swing and just tick it, please, for me.
That position's hard enough to play. 3-2 with 1 out. Markakis at third. He's a tying run. Muncy a solo home run in the top of the first. Infield in, outfield basically straight away. Wood to Culberson. We'll do it again. Albies, the leadoff hitter, saw 8 pitches in the first inning. And Culberson is making a nuisance of himself to Alex Wood. So again on 3-2. Through the middle, Culberson comes back to remind the Dodgers of what they once had. A leadoff single for Culberson. Actually not a leadoff single, but the first run of the game for the Braves. It's 1-1.
Well, the double by Markakis was a high fastball when they planned to go there, and this one was a high fastball and they planned to go there, but both hitters caught up with it.
Culberson was behind in the count, wins the battle and ties the score. Ender Inciarte coming up at 244, and he has done well against Wood. Takes a strike. It's 0-1.
So much for the vision for the hitters being hard that both teams have scored a run. They seem to be seeing it okay. We've already got 3 hits.
And tied at 1 in the second as Wood misses outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. Johan Camargo is on deck. Culberson has stolen 1 base this year. He's been caught once. Padres beat the Marlins this afternoon in Miami 5-4. And Ciarte 2-1. In Colorado tonight, playing in the 7th inning, the Rockies lead the Diamondbacks 7-5. And the Nationals beat the Giants 7-5. 2-2. So when play began tonight, Arizona was at the top of the heap, with the Dodgers, Rockies, and Giants each a game and a half back. It's going to be hand-to-hand combat over the final 100 games of the season. The 2-2 into center field. Peterson, 2 out. A closer look. Boy, the Padres are back. The Giants, losing today, fall a half game off the pace. But again, Arizona and Colorado there in the midst of battle up in Denver, and the Rockies are leading at 7-5 in the 7th. Camargo with a home run last night. Takes high and away. 1 ball, no strikes. Starting at third base tonight, Ryan Flaherty, left-handed hitter, is watching. Camargo, a switch hitter. One ball, 1 strike. Johan Camargo, Anibal Sanchez on deck.
The National League West being so tightly bunched right now might come down to who beats up on the West themselves. And the Diamondbacks have stayed afloat because they're 18-10 against the West, and the Dodgers are the only other team in the West that are a game above 500.
1-2 to Johan Camargo. And the Dodgers won't be playing very much within the division between now and the end of the month. The 1-2 is inside and low. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
when just one of your 2 off-speed pitches that you have is working precisely, and I'd say so far tonight the changeup is doing okay. The other one, it's hard to put people away, and that doesn't always give up hits, but it does increase your pitch count.
The 2-2. 3 balls, 2 strikes. So Culberson will get the head start. Full count, 2 out, top of the second, tied at 1. Camargo, thankfully for Wood, well out in front. But he got it all.
It was an up changeup that Alex came around. Normally you want that ball to fade to your arm side away from the right-handed hitter, but he came underneath it and kind of cut it. So it had him out in front speed-wise, but it was the wrong altitude and the wrong break.
So again on 3-2, here's the pitch. We'll do it again. Atlanta 9 over 500. Lined into left field. Camargo just that's bobbled down in the left field corner, and the Dodgers are able to catch a break. Culberson held at third by Ron Washington. And it's now second and third.
It's a very nice play by Matt Kemp to go into the corner and make a wrong foot throw to get the ball in the infield with 2 outs and on contact. They are really thinking about pushing the envelope, but Matt decides, I'm not going to go full footwork. I'm just going to get it in to stop the runner.
It paid off. Second and third, 2 out. And that brings up Sanchez. He's 0 for 6. Takes a strike. It's 0-1. A 13-pitch first inning for Alex Wood. Next pitch will be the 30th of the second inning. Second and third, 2 out, tied at 1 in the top of the second. No balls and 2 strikes to Anibal Sanchez. Markakis double. Flowers flied to right. Chapman a single. And Ciarte flied out, and then Camargo with the double into the left field corner. Wood trying to get out of the second inning. Missing outside, 1-2. Again, the Dodger bullpen, relatively speaking, had the night off last night. Only 3 relievers. But it included Kenley Jansen. Strike 3, that's going to end the inning. Could have been worse for Wood. He gives up a run and 3 base hits with Tommy Lasorda in the house tonight. We're tied at 1 to the bottom of the second. certainly have been flexing their muscles with Muncie hitting one tonight. They now have 79. Milwaukee hit 3 today. So we're playing home run derby in the 64th game of the season. Yasiel Puig will lead it off. And then Grandal, who hit 2 last night. And Jock Peterson, been hitting them out with a flourish, will hit 3rd here in the 2nd.
Hitting off the bottom of the 2nd inning for the Dodgers. Right fielder, number 66, Yasiel Puig.
Puig has a unique way to loosen up.
It sure does.
And when he's finished beating himself up with the bat, he will lick it. So no harm, no foul. Puig has been hot in the last 7. 10 hits, 5 of them for extra bases. Sanchez 16 pitches in the 1st. We're tied at 1 beginning the 2nd. No balls, 1 strike to Yasiel Puig. Puig up to 255. And it's 0-2.
Wow, that was low. And also, another comment is Yasiel has changed his batting stance. He's opened up, the hips are opened up, and he's making sure he has 2 eyes on the pitcher.
1 ball, 2 strikes to Yasiel Puig. Anibal Sanchez now 34. His 5th start of the year for Atlanta. It's high through to the target. Sanchez now in his 13th big league season. As Puig asks for time. Sanchez 6.5 years with the Marlins, 5.5 in Detroit, and Puig pops it up. That's Culberson, and that's the 1st out of the bottom of the 2nd. What a night for Yasmani Grandal last night. That home run in the 2nd. And that home run in the 4th.
Both on about the same pitch and both to about the same location.
Now 11 home runs and 35 runs batted in. Grandal now has more RBIs than any catcher in the league. In fact, in the major leagues. Francisco Cervelli is next on the list with 33. Then Gary Sanchez of the Yankees. Grandal takes a strike. And the 11 home runs by Grandal, tied with Gary Sanchez of New York. Most home runs for a catcher. One and 2. Oh, the 34-year-old veteran right-hander Anibal Sanchez. Popped up to the left and out of play. Dodgers and Braves will wrap it up tomorrow. First pitch at 1:10. Sean Newcomb, who is 7-1 against Ross Stripling, who has basically become the ace of the Dodger staff. Of course, you've got Kershaw, and Ryu, Hill, Maeda on the shelf. Maeda will be back soon. Here's the 1-2. Grandal takes call, strike 3.
Center fielder,
Jock
31,
Peterson coming up.
Jock Peterson.
Jock hitting leadoff last night, hit one out. And in the last half dozen games, well, he's merely averaged a home run a game.
We watched the new stance become effective as far as for the average, and now getting comfortable to the rate where he can open up his swing, and the power has come back.
So 6 of his last 7 home runs in the last couple of weeks. 1 ball, no strikes to Jock Peterson. In his last 6 games, 9 for 20. 6 of the 9 home runs. 2 balls and no strikes. Now 3-0.
Sanchez pitching him like he's hot. It's hard to do now in this Dodger organization with so many teams. So many players getting hot. It's hard to start pitching around people, but 2 out, nobody on, a little easier.
Forsythe on deck. Drilled to right. Boy, Peterson has been all over everything these days. But Markakis tracks it down, and that ends the inning. Into the sun, a very difficult play made by Markakis.
Ballot is now open and exclusively online. Make sure your Dodgers are represented on this year's squad by voting at Dodgers.com/vote. Catch all the excitement of the 89th MLB All-Star Game presented by MasterCard, July 17th, live on Fox.
Top of the order for the Braves in the top half of the 3rd inning. Ozzie Albies, then Dansby Swanson and Freddie Freeman. An easy 1st inning for Wood, a difficult 2nd inning. Beautiful bunt up the 3rd base line. Wood's going to have to hurry. Oh, what a scoop at the other end by Bellinger. That was the only way in the world they were going to get the speedy Ozzie Albies.
Number 7, Dansby Swanson.
Take a look at the Carl's cam. That is some bunt and some play. Alex Wood got off the mound in a big way. Lefties fall that way, so he's got a little bit of a head start, and you're going to need it, and you're going to need a gun of an arm. And Belly on the other end makes a nice play also. Well done all the way around, and it's an out.
Wood threw 2 fastballs. And the second one would get Albies at first. Dansby Swanson coming up. He struck out in his first at bat. Swanson 6 home runs, 25 runs batted in. Former #1 pick of the Diamondbacks. The Braves would trade Shelby Miller to Arizona. Turned out to be a pretty good deal for Atlanta. So far, little or no return for the Diamondbacks in that deal. Miller's had all sorts of injury issues. Freddie Freeman on deck. Two balls and a strike. So Wood, after throwing 32 pitches in the second, trying to get his pitch count a bit more manageable here in the third as he delivers a strike. It's 2-2 to Swanson.
Alex so far tonight has control, but not really command. Hasn't walked anybody. There's the control, but command as far as putting people away or hitting those corners, it's not there. When he goes to hit the edges or to make them chase or to lock them up, has not been able to really refine that pitch yet.
2 strikeouts, no walks tonight. 62 strikeouts on the year. 13 walks under the watchful eye of Rick Honeycutt. 3-2, 1 out. Of course, Ronald Acuna Jr. is on the disabled list. That 20-year-old phenom. Swanson getting a lot more playing time. 3-2. We'll do it again. Wood's having difficulty putting batters away. Gets to the 2-strike level and finishing them off has been an issue.
Either balls that are a little wide or down that just put a ball on the scoreboard and keep the 2 strikes up there, or balls that are really don't have that great late movement right now, so the hitters have been able to foul them off, keep the at bat going.
And here's the 54th pitch to second base. Bobbled by Forsythe, and that's going to be an error.
Number 5, Freddie Freeman.
The Dodgers as a team now have committed 40 errors this year.
Logan has been much better since he moved over to second base. Really struggled at third base, but that was mostly throwing with the shoulder issue that he went on the DL with. This one, he will tell you he should get 99 out of 100 times. Just not that one.
So 40 errors for the Dodgers. They rank 11th in the league. 1 out, 1 on, and Freddie Freeman. Into right. That's going to be a base hit. So the Braves now first and second, 1 out.
Number 22, Nick Markakis.
This is kind of a topspin lob. Freeman just hits it in a way. Yasiel had no chance at it, making sure he got a good read on keeping that ball in front of him.
And now the dangerous Nick Markakis is coming up. He has doubled and scored Atlanta's only run of the game to this point. The Braves have scored more runs and have a higher on-base percentage than any other team in the National League. They just keep coming at you. Markakis, 8 home runs, 42 runs batted in. Takes a strike, and it's 0-1. Came up with the Orioles and playing with his hometown Atlanta Braves. Fifth leading hitter in the National League. Markakis, by the way, 6th in the league with a .390 on base percentage. First and second, one out. A ball and a strike. Top of the third. Double steal. And Grandal can do nothing about it. Swanson his 3rd stolen base of the year, and Freeman his 6th.
Swanson's lead and break is the one that you watch, because the lead runner is usually the one that's going to get attacked. Shorter throw to third base. Freeman not a base stealer behind him, but easily goes in on the backside.
Hard the pin wrap on Grandal. 2 balls and a strike. You don't see that play much anymore. Good old-fashioned double steal. Well, over the years, as the power numbers around baseball have gone up, the stolen base numbers have gone down.
The value of an out and the value of the risk of getting put out has outweighed the base stealers and their percentages.
2 balls and 2 strikes with 1 out. Markakis. Call, strike 3. Markakis doesn't strike out much. Only the 28th time he's gone down on strikes. Big pitch by Wood.
Markakis was looking for the breaking ball, ends up taking the fastball that he hit for the double in his first at bat. Alex Wood had proved that he wanted to get him out with the breaking ball, and then went the opposite way.
Wood was like throwing darts on that pitch. Just caught the corner, and now Tyler Flowers. What the Dodgers can get out of this. Second and third, 2 gone. Flowers flied to right in his first at bat. Takes inside and low, a 91-mile-an-hour fastball. Markakis, one of the few in baseball who walks as often as he strikes out. And so to get him on a called third strike, it's a big deal. Swanson at third, got a board on an error. Freeman single to right, then the double steal. Second and third. 2 balls and no strikes. Flowers with a hit in 8 of his last 10 games. Never been known as a big hitting catcher. So he and Kurt Suzuki are the backstops. Suzuki the night off tonight, with the lefty Wood going.
Alex has had to face the battery of the Braves the last 2 innings, with second and third 2 out. The pitcher last inning, and now here the catcher.
Flowers 3 home runs and 9 runs batted in. Tied at 1, top of the third. There's a strike. It's 2-1. Meanwhile, that number in the lower corner of the screen, 63 pitches already. 13 in the first, 32 in the second. 2-1. Now 3-1.
Nothing soft so far in this at bat. Fastballs away and fastballs in. I would tell you that the scouting report for the Dodgers says Flowers has a slider speed bat, something that you can usually beat with a good fastball.
So now it's 3-1. And now it's 3-2. Top of the 8th in Denver. Rockies 7, the Diamondbacks 6. Well, the Rocky bullpen being what it is, that really is anybody's game. Three balls, 2 strikes, 2 out. Let's see if Wood can get out of this thing. Drilled into the left field corner. That's a base hit. And it's going to roll against the small wall. Swanson comes in to score. So does Freeman as Flowers arrives at second base with a double. And the Braves now have a 3-1 lead.
Pitches up and down the middle, inner half. And Flowers with kind of a flat swing there. Doesn't really try to elevate it. Just kind of hits the ball where it's pitched, right into the corner.
And Charlie Culberson coming up. An error by Forsythe at second base opens the door, and the Braves walk through it.
The leadoff walk or the 4th out. Those are 2 key ingredients to handing runs and opportunities to the opponent.
No balls and a strike to Culberson, who singled to center and knocked in a run in his first at bat. Ender Inciarte on deck. It hit the runner. It's an out. Flowers gets hit by the one-hot scorcher off the bat of Charlie Culberson. Dodgers catch a break. Half of the third inning ended on a play you don't see all that much. Tyler Flowers was at second base. Charlie Culberson was the hitter. And Flowers was hit by the batted ball. So how does that score? 6 unassisted. And Culberson with a base hit. Flowers say, what am I supposed to do? And Culber's saying, what am I supposed to do?
Well, if Charlie in his head thinks that ball's going to be at the shortstop and it's an out, 6-3, inning over, he's going, thank you. I got a hit.
He hit it right on the button. And here's Forsythe to lead it off. Logan's done well in his career against Sanchez. Forsythe, one of the few Dodgers not hitting terribly well lately. He's 0 for 9. Into right, and there's Markakis. 1 out, nobody on in the bottom of the third.
Now batting number 57, Alex Wood.
Alex still looking for his first hit of the year. Twenty at bats, 14 strikeouts. Ball strike, nothing in 1. Chris Taylor on deck. Oh, 0-2. Alex has no hits and 1 stolen base. And he's just been struck out for the 15th time this year. 3rd strikeout of the game for Sanchez.
Number
2 out, and Taylor coming up.
Taylor.
Sanchez doing a nice job with his pitch count, only at 35, where Alex Wood has 68. So Dodgers not only down in the scoreboard, but down on the distance a starter may go.
Dodgers added a bullpen piece today, calling up Daniel Corsino from Oklahoma City. He hasn't pitched to the major league since 2014. High and inside, 1 ball, no strikes to Chris Taylor. Venditti was sent out to make room for Corsino, who was added to the 40-man roster. Dennis Santana placed on the 60-day DL. So all that paperwork to get a different reliever up here. Daniel Corsino, someone we haven't seen. One and 1. 2 out, bottom of the 3rd. Taylor's checking his swing. That's Bill Miller, the crew chief. LA product, went to UCLA. Max Muncy, who homered in his first at bat, is on deck. Now that is a very wild pitch.
It's upstairs, and it grazes the top of Angel Hernandez's head, the umpire. Avoided by Chris Taylor. No glove on it by Flowers, but Angel Hernandez got a little button of his hat. Kind of touched that. Been rubbing his head about 4 or 5 times here in between pitches.
His 40th pitch upcoming. 3-1 to Taylor. He has to take a big deep breath after that pitch. It was up and in. Skies it to the right. Freddie Freeman. 1-2-3 inning for Sanchez. After the 1-out home run in the first inning, Sanchez has retired all the Dodgers. to your Southern California BMW Center today for exceptional offers, or visit SoCalBMW.com. And by Jack in the Box. Try the $4.99 Jack Spicy Chicken Club Combo with toasted sourdough. New from Jack in the Box. Big crowd flirting with 50,000 on this beautiful late Saturday afternoon, early Saturday night. And on the first pitch, Ender Inciarte is gunned down by Chris Taylor on a beautiful play from the hole. Once it got past Muncy, it was a dicey proposition, but Taylor makes a terrific play.
Ranging to his right, and then the quick exchange, a little step and a half, and then the contorted body finding a way to take that gun of an arm of his and throw it accurately across the diamond. Cody Bellinger picks him up with a little bit of a stretch, but that was all Chris.
And one out. Johan Camargo coming up. Strike, 0-1. Camargo doubled in his first at bat. It was a hard double to left, and on the previous pitch, he had hit one into the second deck foul down the left field line. So Camargo is locked in on Wood in the first at bat. Wasn't sure he went around, but Angel Hernandez was a little more sure of himself than Camargo was. Angel now 56. Born in Havana, lives in Miami. And the 1-2 on the way. Swung on at this, strike 3. So Wood, little payback against Camargo, who doubled in his first at bat.
Pitcher, Aníbal Sanchez.
Anibal Sanchez coming up. He struck out in his first at bat. 0 for 7 on the year, 3 strikeouts.
A little conversation between Anibal and Angel Hernandez back there, checking in on that wild pitch that grazed his head, making sure he's okay.
0-1. In 2006, Anibal Sanchez, while pitching for the Marlins, threw a no-hitter against the Diamondbacks. Pitch for the Marlins, the Tigers, and now the Braves. 0-2, 2 out. Wood strikes out 5 on the night through 4 and gets his pitch count down to a little bit more manageable number.
Join T-Mobile in showing appreciation for all military by sharing a photo or video with the hashtag #HatsOffForHeroes. For each post, T-Mobile will donate $1 to support veterans.
by Arco. Max Muncy, who homered last night, and homers again tonight. It's 3-1 Atlanta as we go to the bottom half of the fourth. It'll be Muncy and Kemp and Cody Bellinger. For Muncy, his 11th home run of the year.
Hitting off the bottom of the fourth inning for the Dodgers, number 13, Max Muncy.
The more playing time he gets, the better he's been hitting. The better he's been hitting, the more playing time he's been getting.
The Dodgers have 4 guys, and Max is one of them with 10 home runs or more. The only other team in the National League with that is Colorado.
Plays a solid first base, playing third base with Turner on the shelf with a bad left wrist. So Max has been hot. Speaking inside.
Asked him about his days in Oakland and how we could get him over here. And he said he wasn't as good as he could have been over there. And some of it was their fault. Some of it was his fault. Their fault might have been they called him up and then he would sit around for a week to 10 days before he'd get a shot to play. So it was hard to keep rhythm. His fault was he just wasn't very confident, he thought, at that time. And with the lack of success in playing time over there, his confidence really dwindled. But now, getting the playing time and the opportunity over here, he is feeling very good in a Dodger uniform, confident, and really showing his talents.
11 home runs, 26 runs batted in. 2 balls and a strike to Muncy. Max 268. Now 3-1. You got Kemp on deck and then Bellinger to follow.
The way this Dodger offense has been functioning of late over the last 21 games, you would think that 3 runs is not enough. I think that they smell a comeback. Just can Alex Wood and the bullpen shut down the Braves and give this offense a chance to blossom again.
Dodgers have averaged about 6 runs a game in winning 16 of their last 21, and Muncy the leadoff walk to begin the fourth. First walk given up by Sanchez. Now here's Kemp. Since the Dodgers got hot, Kemp offensively has been leading the way, hitting .423. He's 30 for 71. 14 of his 30 hits for extra bases. He's knocked in 23. And in the last 21 games, Kemp has the highest batting average and the most RBIs in Major League Baseball. But this time he grounds slowly to short. Out at second and out at first.
You know, for a second there, we had 3 of the top 5 hitters in the National League on the field. Matt Kemp, of course, at the top, and then Freddie Freeman was out there, and Nick Markakis. Can you imagine if Matt Kemp wouldn't have come over from the Braves? They would have 3 of the 5 top hitters in the National League on the same team.
And they were the 3, 4, 5 hitters for the Braves last year in their lineup. Matt, of course, having a stellar year this year. Happy to be back with the Dodgers. Bellinger stepping in, having bounced to second base in his first at bat. Home run and 4 straight. Takes high and away. 1 ball, no strikes. Four other Dodgers in franchise history have hit at least 1 home run in 5 consecutive games. Bellinger sitting at 4. Roy Campanella, Sean Green, Matt Kemp, and Jock Peterson. The 1-1. 2 balls and a strike. Most consecutive games with at least 1 home run is 8. Accomplished 3 times in big league history. Here's a 2-1. It's inside 3-1. Dale Long in 1956 with the Pirates. Don Mattingly, who hit 10 home runs in an 8-game span in 1987 with the Yankees, and Ken Griffey Jr. in 1993. Here's a 3-1. Bellinger, 3-2.
You don't fault Cody for chasing the low pitch. That is his sweet spot, kind of like Yasmani Grandal. Pitch he needs to lay off of is the high fastball. That gives him a little more trouble.
And excuse me swing, and you'll see another pitch. Grandal with the 2 home runs last night. Grandal with 11 home runs. He and Gary Sanchez of the Yankees, most home runs by a catcher. On 3-2, Bellinger is down on strikes, and that will end the inning. No runs, no hits, a walk, nobody left. 3-1 Atlanta through 4. Toyota dealers. It's Toyota's red, white, and new sales event. Celebrate your independence with a great deal on a new Camry. Top of the order for the Braves in the top half of the 5th on this just drop-dead night. Good-looking night in Los Angeles. Drop-dead gorgeous is what he tried to say as Albies fouls it off to the right, and it's 0-1. Albies attempted to bunt back in the 3rd inning and made close play at first base. Wood came sprinting off the mound to get the butt about halfway up the 3rd base line. Albies out by a half a step. Swanson on deck and Freeman to follow. And it's 1-1. Alex Wood, a terrific 1st inning, a perfect 4th. But the 2nd and 3rd innings were issues. Trying to get his train back on the track. Braves leading it 3-1. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
In combination with Logan Forsythe's error, Alex Wood, a little bit of lack of command as far as being able to put hitters away. That's been the difference in the game.
Swanson on deck, Freeman to follow. Did he go around? Yep. 6th strikeout for Wood, first out of the 5th.
Be sure you hit the sand in style this summer. Head to Dodger Stadium Wednesday, June 13th versus the Rangers at 7:10. The first 40,000 fans in attendance will take home a Dodgers beach towel, courtesy of Chef Marito Seasonings. Visit Dodgers.com/promotions.
Here's Dansby Swanson, who struck out, got a board on an error by Logan Forsythe. Producing a couple of unearned runs for Atlanta in the 3rd inning. To the right side and a base hit for Swanson. 1 out, 1 on in the 5th.
First baseman Freddie.
There are innings where you want to stop the bleeding, and then there are games where you can't allow any more bleeding. And I'll tell you what, that's what Alex Wood is thinking right now after this base hit. Keep this inning under control.
We're in the 5th, 1 out, 1 on. 81 pitches again. The Dodger bullpen kind of had a night off last night. They had 39 different pitching appearances in the 6-game road trip. And so Dave Roberts was the juggler and the plate spinner on that road trip. And so last night, at least he got 5 1/3 out of Buehler. Venditti pitched 2/3 of an inning. He was set out today. And Daniel Corsino was called up from Oklahoma City. Libator went 2 innings, and Jansen finished it up last night. Freeman 1 for 2. 2-1. Markakis on deck. The Braves with more runs and a higher on base percentage than any other team in the National League. Held to 3 runs and 6 hits last night. 3 runs and 7 hits for the Braves through 4 1/3 tonight. Freeman 4th in the league with 44 runs batted in. Into short center field, and Peterson can't make the play. So it drops in front of Jock. First and second, 1 out. Markakis coming up.
This was up there for a while. Jock hesitates a little bit, finally gets a read on it, sprinting in, and when he takes and puts the glove up for a little bit of the deke, it almost looked like he could catch it, but when it lands, you could see he couldn't get to it.
Now we're getting to the time of night. Heavenly shades of night are falling. It's twilight time. Dusk can wreak havoc on fly balls and pop-ups as the ball gets lost in the sky. Rick Honeycutt's on the phone. Pedro Baez going to work.
I think they're going to switch it up. They're going to tell Pedro we're going to go with a different matchup. Gonna wait for another body to come out there.
Mark Pryor's waiting for somebody. For Yimi Garcia, that's it. Got Flowers on deck and Culberson to follow. First and second and 1 out. 1-1.
You're Alex Wood out there. You got to suck it up mentally. He is a very, very strong competitor, but it can get hard right now if you don't think you can locate the ball to the best of your ability and you're in a jam. You've got to really bear down, find a way to get out of it.
Flowers on deck, first and second, one out. Culberson trying to sneak in on the blind side. Swanson back. So the second and third innings have been Wood's undoing to this point. 32 pitches in the second, 23 more in the third. And so now his next pitch will be his 89th. And we're just in the fifth. 2-1 to Nick Markakis. Wood, a second-round pick of the Braves 6 years back. Two and two. Markakis on the years hitting .327, but with runners in scoring position, .278. Throughout his career, beginning in Baltimore, he has always been a very tough out. Slowly hit to second. Forsythe backflip to Taylor, throw to first, not in time. Terrific play turned in by Forsythe. Swanson will go to third. Markakis takes Freeman's place at first base for Tyler Flowers.
Logan Forsythe with the backhand flip there to Chris Taylor. The exchange was nice there, just not in time for the double play. Alex Wood throwing everything but the kitchen sink at Markakis, one of the best hitters in the National League. Fastball, breaking ball, locked him up with a fastball in the last at bat, and there went to a changeup left on left.
Tyler Flowers has doubled, scored, or driven into, and flied to right. A two-out double for Flowers in the third inning. To the right side, into right field for a hit. Swanson comes in to score. Markakis holds at second. Flowers is eating Wood alive. It is now 4-1 Atlanta. You're going to put some Flowers on Wood. Dave Roberts is coming to get Wood. Yimi Garcia will be on his way in. So a struggle for Wood tonight. Atlanta 4-1. Was trying to tap dance on a sand dune tonight. It just didn't work out all that well. 4 runs, 2 of them earned, 9 hits. Of the 92 pitches, 62 were for strikes. So now it's up to Yimi Garcia. This is his 12th appearance and an ERA of 4.5. He'll be facing Charlie Culberson with 2 out. Your assessment of Wood tonight?
You know what? I think he'll think it's a step in the right direction as far as how he is feeling on the mound. He didn't get the results he wanted. The 2 unearned runs really hurt. But I think he's moving in the right direction compared to his last 2 starts.
So here's Culberson. The runners, Markakis at second, Flowers at first, are Wood's statistical responsibility. Charlie has 2 hits. And a backhanded stab by Forsythe. And Culberson beats it out. An infield hit. The bases are loaded. It was a terrific play by Logan Forsythe.
Try and turn as many balls into outs as you can, and Logan Forsythe does everything he can on that one. The fact that he cut in front of Chris Taylor and is going the opposite direction, really, he got the ball in his glove quicker, and I'm not sure that even Chris Taylor would have thrown him out. Culberson beat that by a good step.
Now Ender Inciarte. This is a very big hitter in this game. He can blow the thing open, but he won't. Bellinger makes an easy play. That ends the inning. But the Braves score a run with 4 hits and leave 1. By Purple Bricks. Well, the Dodgers, no team in the National League's been any hotter since May the 17th. And it's amazing what the Mariners have done. They've done that since Robinson Cano was suspended. So they have rallied around one another in the American League West. Seattle is 17 games over 500. They've won 7 of their last 10. Of course, the Dodgers have won 16 of their last 21. As Puig takes a strike, it's 0-1. Quiet but impressive story up there in Seattle. No balls, 2 strikes. The Dodgers will be in Seattle 3rd weekend in August. Oh, 0-2 to Puig with Grandal on deck. Into center field. This will drop in for a base hit in front of Ender Inciarte. A leadoff single for Puig here in the 5th.
Yasiel showing frustration, getting to the 0-2 count with Angel Hernandez behind the plate, but not using that frustration to disintegrate up there, but to get this beautiful hit up the middle.
Bottom half of the 5th. Grandal took a call, 3rd strike in his first at bat. Grandal, of course, with the 2 home runs last night, 11 on the year. And Puig was picked off last night. Grandal was left standing at the altar, and in the next inning, the 2nd, Grandal took matters into his own hands and hit a home run. Jock Peterson on deck and Logan Forsythe to follow. Brandon McCarthy a spectator tonight. He gave up 4 runs and 5 hits in 4 2/3 last night. Anibal Sanchez got to throw his 59th pitch. The Dodgers have averaged nearly 6 runs a game over their last 21. Coming into the game tonight, they were tied with Milwaukee for most home runs in the National League. Each had 78. But the Brewers hit 3 today, and the Dodgers so far tonight have hit 1. Milwaukee annihilated the Phillies 12-3. One ball, 2 strikes. Grandal takes high and inside. Bottom of the 9th in Denver, the Diamondbacks with a 12-7 lead. Pedro Baez getting the scoop from Mark Pryor. That pitch took an hour and a half to get there.
66 miles an hour. That is a changeup.
Number 31.
And the 5th strikeout of the game for Sanchez.
Well, it's like an eephus, but it wasn't a breaking ball. It was kind of a slip pitch that he kind of pulled the back of the ball and spun it, took the velocity off.
Dodgers had a right-hander. In fact, if memory serves, he was the last starter not named Kershaw to pitch on opening day for the Dodgers. Vicente Padilla. He can get pitches up in the upper 50s.
Last time Jock Peterson was up to bat, Sanchez looked like he wanted to pitch around him. Jock got the 3-0 green light and hit a blistering line drive to right field that Markakis caught. Jock would have got under it a little bit. It might have gone out of the stadium. It was hit so hard.
Markakis made a terrific play on that as the sun was still illuminated right field. Made a sprinting catch toward the corner. 2 balls, no strikes to Jock Peterson. Another big crowd here at Dodger Stadium tonight. Probably close to 50. The Dodgers are averaging more than 45,000 per game. In the short left center field. Diving, unable to make the play, is Culberson. Now Puig's on his way to 3rd, and he's safe. Dodgers now with 2nd and 3rd.
Interesting reads all around. Jock Peterson with the pop-up, then 3 Atlanta fielders converging on the ball. None of them get to it. Now Puig has to make a read, and Jock has to make a read on Puig. Puig says, I can get to third. Jock watches that, not the ball, and follows him to second. This could end up second and third for the Dodgers, and it looks like it is with him getting in safely.
So now here's Forsythe taking a strike, nothing in one. So the Dodgers with a hit here can get right back into this thing. Forsythe, of course, is the tying run at the plate. But Logan is 0 for his last 10, so he's due. 1 home run, 8 runs batted in on the year. 1 ball, 1 strike. The Atlanta bullpen remains quiet for the moment. Forsythe 182 with runners in scoring position. And the 1-1. Little comebacker. This is going to be difficult. Albies throws out Forsythe. Terrific play. Markakis, or rather Puig, comes in to score. And it's 4-2.
A couple softly hit balls, one a pop-up, one a grounder, and the Dodgers play to run. They feel good about this, I'm sure, with how hard they've hit it. Atlanta probably feeling a little snake bit. The Dodgers crawl closer.
It's 4-2. And Breivik Valera is going to pinch hit. So Garcia pitches third of an inning and 2 pitches. Valera takes low, 1 ball and no strikes. Peterson's at third. The Dodgers back to within 2. One ball, 1 strike to Breivik Valera. Another near eephus pitch. Breivik Valera probably is the only Breivik on planet Earth. His name is a derivation of his 2 aunts and uncles, Brenda, Yusmera, and Victor. Thus, Breivik. On 3-1. To the right side on 1 hop. Albies will throw him out. That'll end the inning. Dodgers come up with a run on a couple of hits and leave 1. 4-2 as we head to the 6th.
on and off the field with Backstage Dodgers presented by Cadillac. Don't miss an all-new episode Friday after the postgame show on Sportsnet LA.
Here's Pedro Baez, whose banishment to Oklahoma City, well, didn't last long enough for him to even catch a flight. Of course, that was a product of Santana being hurt and Caleb Ferguson the night before going inning and 2/3. So Baez is back. Camargo to lead it off. Braves lead it 4-2 as we begin the 6th inning. Fastball for a strike. That is 0-1. When Dave Roberts met with Baez the other day in Pittsburgh behind closed doors, said, "You'll be back soon." He didn't realize how soon. It was like he never left. Camargo has doubled in 2 at-bats, and he rolls one right to second base, where Forsythe easily throws him out. First out of the 6th inning.
Pitcher, Anibal Sanchez.
Anibal Sanchez coming up, and Pedro Baez wants a new ball. Sanchez 0 for 2 tonight. He's 0 for 8 on the year, and half the time he's been struck out. He takes a strike. It's 0-1. Sanchez from Venezuela. And it's 0-2. Pedro Baez, second reliever used tonight. Sanchez gets a piece. If the Dodgers bullpen could be relatively untaxed tonight, then it looks like they'll be able to get back in the saddle again. Of course, there's an off day that sure helps on Monday and another off day on Thursday. Speaking of taxation, pitching up there in Colorado, they were just churning out one reliever after another. On 1-2.
It's going to be a hard tax to avoid tonight because you got 11 outs to go or so, and you're already into your second guy out of the pen. Most of them have only usually gone an inning as they try and keep the pitch counts down so they can come back possibly the next night or with 1 day's rest. You get up over 27, 32 pitches right in there, you've got a chance that that guy's going to need 2 days off.
On 1-2. Third time Sanchez has been struck out. That's the second out of the 5th. And so when Dennis Santana couldn't get out of the bullpen to make the start on Thursday in Pittsburgh, the previous night Roberts went through 8 pitchers. He had to go through 9 on Thursday. And yet won the game 8-7.
Well, the bullpen will be very efficient if they only end up using 4 arms, I think, out of the bullpen. That 5th arm is probably about where they might end up, but using 4 would be great.
Little bloop into short right. Forsythe going out, and what a play by Logan Forsythe. over the shoulder, and that will end the inning. Albies robbed of a hit by Logan Forsythe. The bottom half of the 6th inning. That'll be the top of the order for the Dodgers. Baez stretching it out and only needed 9 pitches to retire Atlanta in the top half of the 6th. Scott Alexander beginning to work in the Dodger bullpen. Taylor, Muncy, and Kemp to hit against Anibal Sanchez. Chris is 0 for 2. Took a call, 3rd strike in the 1st inning, and popped to Freddie Freeman in the 3rd. 1-1. What does Sanchez do quietly and efficiently that has the Dodgers off balance?
Doing a nice job changing speeds. We've seen that almost Ethos slip pitch at 66 miles an hour. He's topped out on the fastball around 93. Done a nice job commanding his breaking stuff so far. The curveball and the slider really been hit hard by the league.
The right field, Markakis will make the catch in foul territory. First out of the 6th.
You know, but for getting out hit 10-3 and only being down 4-2, the Dodgers using 3 pitchers so far, and the Atlanta Braves starter still in the game. The Dodgers got to feel pretty good where they are in this game.
And the way they have been hitting over the past month. Muncy is homered and walked. Double barrel action in the Atlanta bullpen. The righty Peter Boylan and the lefty A.J. Minter. Muncy with his 11th home run of the year. And his 2nd in the past 24 hours. It's 2-1 to Max Muncy. It's outside, 3-1. Confidence is so fleeting. In Oakland, Muncy had difficulty finding it, and here he's just getting better and better as he works out a 1-out walk in the 6th. His 2nd walk of the night.
And those walks have shown the maturity of Max Muncy. When you get a home run in your 1st at bat, the 11th one of the season, Right there at the top of the team lead. And I'll tell you what, then to walk twice, that is really good.
And remember last Sunday in Colorado, he had 2 home runs, and his second one off Chad Bettis came on the 11th pitch of the at-bat. Here's Brian Snitker coming out of the dugout. So he's going to make a move. He had the righty Moylan and the lefty Minter.
Fans in attendance on June 17th will receive a money clip, compliments of security benefit. After the game, also play catch on the field. For tickets, visit Dodgers.com/promotions.
Anibal Sanchez can only win this game. He cannot lose it. 5 1/3, 81 pitches, 45 for strikes. Gave up a home run. That was to Muncy. And he walked 2, and both of them to Muncy. Now here's Peter Moylan in his 28th appearance. Faced one batter last night, got Kike Hernandez to fly to left, pinch hitting, and now it's Matt Kemp. He's a tying run at the plate. Moylan delivers a strike, and it's 0-1.
Frisbee for a strike right there. That little sidearm slider with good late break.
Muncy, decent speed at first, short lead. Kemp takes high and inside. It's 1-1. Moylan made 14 appearances with the Dodgers back in 2013 and then had Tommy John surgery. Came up with the Braves originally. The 1-1. Kemp rolls it foul. From the Braves to the Dodgers, back to the Braves. A year and a half in Kansas City and back to the Braves. Moylan, the Australian. From the land down under, he throws from down under. Cody Bellinger is on deck. A.J. Minter, the left-hander, continues to warm for Brian Snitker. So one would think Moylan facing Kemp will be his only batter. And Snitker will bring in the lefty to face Bellinger. We'll find out soon enough. Slider. And Snitker's going to come and get Moylan. He's going to get A.J. Minter. Lefty against lefty. Bellinger to hit for the Dodgers when we come back. Left-handers are hitting .235 against him. Bellinger's hitting .206 against left-handed pitching. Of course, Cody Bellinger has hit a home run now in each of the last 4 games. As he steps into the batter's box, will be the tying run at the plate, and if he can do what he did last night, cracking his 12th home run of the year, the Dodgers are back in business, and we've got a tie score. Cody tonight has bounced to second and has been struck out. Puig is on deck. Muncy is at first. 2 out of the bottom of the 6th.
Moylan threw right-handed and averaged around 89 miles an hour. Minter is going to go left-handed and at about 96, 97. You got to get it started a little quicker, Cody.
One and one.
You'd think somebody that throws 97 miles an hour would predominantly throw fastballs, but to left-handed hitters, he throws more changeups than fastballs. I should say more sliders, excuse me.
1 ball, 1 strike. Minter to Bellinger. It's now 1-2. Minter made 16 big league appearances with the Braves last year. Just 24 out of Tyler, Texas. 1-2. Bellinger awaits. Now it's 2-2.
Great example of how the major leagues is a multi-generational league. You come up through the minors, through amateur ball, usually playing right around your age group. He's 24. The guy he replaced was 39.
Now 3-2. So Muncy will be able to get a head start. Puig is on deck. Braves with the 4-2 lead. The count is 3-2, and the inning is over. So the old fella Moylan at 39 strikes out Kemp, and the young fella Minter at the age of 24 strikes out Bellinger. Nissan. Choose Nissan today for great offers on our most exciting lineup ever. Shop ChooseNissan.com. Scott Alexander as we head to the 7th inning. Of course, he started that bullpen game a week ago Friday night in Colorado. He became, ironically, the 500th different pitcher to make a start for the Dodgers. A lifelong reliever. His first big league start. The 500th starter for the Dodgers.
Nobody in this game said it was fair.
Swanson to lead it off in the 7th. A 4-2 Brave lead as Alexander delivers a strike. It's 0-1. Swanson, Freeman, and Markakis. It's not going to be easy. Leadoff base hit, and that's going to get Swanson to second base, splitting the seam in left center. Swanson's second hit of the night.
First baseman number 5
goes down and gets a sinker. Didn't have tremendous movement on it, but it was down and he dug it out and thread the needle into the gap.
And even though the next two hitters are left-handed, Freeman and Markakis, not going to get any easier for Scott Alexander. Freeman yet another productive night. Into center field for a base hit. Swanson will be held at third. A little indecision on Ron Washington's part, third base coach. But with nobody out, he took the conservative route.
Nick Markakis.
No signal at third base because he was coming back towards home plate to get as much time as possible to hold him up. Jock charged it well, and you see Ron, he's thinking about it. He actually gave a signal like he was starting to send him, Charlie.
That was one of those kind of sort of signals.
Yeah, it's like, oh, okay, stop.
I think that's exactly what Ron was talking to Swanson about. Now the Braves first and third and nobody out, and they lead 4-2. And Markakis coming up. He's 1 for 3 and a run scored tonight. No balls and 1 strike to Nick Markakis. Tyler Flowers has had a big night offensively for the Braves on deck. Swanson the leadoff double. He's at third following the Freeman single to center. It's 1-1. Even though the Dodgers are down by 2 and Atlanta has first and third, nobody out in the 7th, there's nobody warming up in the Dodger bullpen. Again, a product of the usage of the Dodger pen lately. So they're trying to get as much out of Alexander as they can.
The 2 unearned runs against Alex Wood are the difference in the game. The thing that's really saved the staff is they've given up 12 hits, but they haven't walked a man. So they've pitched in a lot of traffic, but kept the Braves from really spreading this game out.
And they've thrown a lot of pitches. 108 into left field for a base hit. Swanson comes in to score. Markakis, such an efficient hitter. He's 2 for 4. Swanson has scored 3 runs on the night. Now Tyler Flowers coming up as we go inside the box score, brought to you by the Kona Brewing Company. Tyler Flowers, normally you don't think of him as a big offensive weapon, but tonight 2 for 3 and he's knocked in 3.
He's hit the high pitch, he's hit the low pitch, he's hit one to left, and he's hit one to right.
And still nothing in the bullpen. It was such a long road trip, not just 6 games, but the number of pitchers that had to be used. And the Dodgers are still paying for it. No balls and 2 strikes to Tyler Flowers with Charlie Culberson on deck. Dodgers and Braves wrap it up tomorrow, and then a much needed day off on Monday. Flowers down on strikes. First out of the 7th.
The fielder number 16, Charlie Culberson.
Charlie Culberson tonight is 3 for 3. He has never had a 4-hit game. Forsythe steps on the bag, fires to first, and that ends the inning. Not before the Braves score another and lead it 5-2 at the 7th inning stretch.
calendar. One more game against these Braves tomorrow, and then the off day on Monday. There's a Dodger Gala here that night on the off day that will be wonderful, and then the Texas Rangers come in for a rare 2-game series on Tuesday and Wednesday.
It'll be Sean Newcomb and Ross Stripling tomorrow. Pitching matchups for Tuesday and Wednesday not known at the moment. Dodgers, with all the pitching juggling they have had to do, just want to get through tonight, tomorrow afternoon, then they'll figure out the rest. Puig takes high and inside, 1 ball, no strikes from Minter. Edward Paredes is the latest on the Dodger dance card. 2 balls, no strikes to Puig. He was 1 for 2 and a run scored tonight. Dodgers down 3 here in the 7th. 7th inning has been a dividing line for the Dodgers this year. 2 balls and a strike to Puig. The Dodgers, when leading after 7, are 28-2. When trailing after 7, 3-26. Puig bloops one into right field. A dewdrop in, and Puig is on his way to second base with a leadoff double. Little parachute shot, and Puig is now 2 for 3.
A couple of knocks. He did a nice job busting out of the box, understanding that this could be a double. If anybody knows that right field corner, it's Yasiel Puig, where 2 bases are when he's not out there with his arm.
His 11th double of the year. Puig in the last 12 games is 16 for his last 39. Now Grandal. That run at the top of the 7th. A big one for Atlanta. They lead by 3, and Grandal swings and misses, nothing in 1. Grandal with the 2 home runs last night has struck out twice tonight. Peterson on deck. Grandal takes a strike. It's 0-2. Grandal with 11 home runs on the year, all of them from the left-hand side of the plate. 0-2. Puig leads off second.
Turn Yasmani around to this side of the plate. You not only lose that power, like you said, Charlie, with the home runs, but you lose about 20 points on the average. Down at about 234 against lefties.
Puig at second base has lifted his batting average 45 points in the last 12 games, from 217 to 262, as Grandal fouls it off to the right. So Puig, another one of the Dodger hot hitters during this 21-game span in which they've won 16. Getting .410 in his last 12, and Turner Ward, Dodgers hitting coach, with Clayton Kershaw right next to him. To short. Swanson, a beautiful play. Grandal robbed of a hit. Puig had to retreat to second.
Well, this is crushed right here. Swanson with a good first step and then the dive. Once he catches the ball, Yasmani doesn't run well enough to even attempt to beat that out. The whole play is the first half right there.
Well, you see why Swanson was a #1 pick. Diamondbacks, who would then send him to Atlanta for Shelby Miller. Now Kike Hernandez is pinch hitting for Jock Peterson. A lefty-righty switch. Hernandez takes high, 1 ball and no strikes. One ball and no strikes to Hernandez. Puig leading from second. And Kike grounds to third. Now Puig is going to third base. Little risky maneuver there, but he gets over, 2 gone. As Hernandez bounces to third.
Logan Forsythe.
Logan Forsythe is 0 for 2. Robbed of a base hit by Ozzie Albies, his counterpart, the Braves second baseman, in his last at-bat. Austin Barnes on the in the on-deck circle to pinch hit if Forsythe can keep the inning alive. No balls and 1 strike. There's Austin. No balls and 2 strikes now to Forsythe. Braves with a 3-run lead. And it gets past Flowers, and Puig's going to come in to score. It's 5-3. Dodgers say thank you very much, and all charity happily accepted.
Couple of unearned runs on the Atlanta side, and now an unearned run so far. Tallies for the Dodgers.
A 2-run game. A ball and 2 strikes to Forsythe. So a dangerous move by Puig at second base after Kike Hernandez grounded to third. He sprinted over to third base, and then the wild pitch by Flowers, and the Dodgers get a run out of the deal. And Forsythe strikes out to end the 7th. The Dodgers tack on a run and get back to within 2. Sportsnet Dodgers, presented by your Southern California Ford dealers.
All right, thanks, Charlie. The Dodgers came into this game averaging almost 9 runs a game over their last 7. They're going to need to get the bats going in the late innings.
Yeah, absolutely. It would be nice to have a walk-off at Dodger Stadium tonight.
Be the first of the year. Nomar Jerry will break it down after the game. We'll see you soon.
It certainly would be. Kike Hernandez, who pinch hit for Jock Peterson, takes over in center field. And Edward Paredes, recently recalled, making his 3rd appearance. Ender Inciarte, left-handed hitter. Paredes is by nature a left-handed specialist. A breaking ball inside, 1 ball and no strikes. Again, with the exhaustion of the Dodger bullpen, at the moment there is nobody warming up out there. Johan Camargo, switch hitter, is on deck. Inciarte has been slumping lately. 0 for 3 tonight. A 2-run game as we enter the 8th. And it's 1-2.
The Dodgers have got the most out of 4 hits, and that wild pitch to get 3. Logan's Forsythe responding to his error with a couple of other nice plays. Is the difference in the game right now as far as his glove is concerned, but he didn't let it spin out of control. Made some nice plays after that error.
Call strike 3. The upper reaches of the strike zone. Inciarte take a call, 3rd strike.
Rich Hill is on his game. He gets the high breaking ball called. Right there. Paredes got one.
Rich Hill, by the way, through what, 4 innings today without the bandage. So he's getting closer. Johan Camargo coming up. Takes a strike, and it's 0-1.
Alana reported earlier that Dave Roberts would love to see Rich Hill get up to 75 pitches, maybe 5 innings in a controlled environment. That might be here at Dodger Stadium on the road in a simulated game, or it might be in the minor leagues. He's got another hurdle to cross before they will, as you say, the fickle finger of fate, maybe bring it back to the big leagues.
Make it not be quite so fickle. 1-1 to Camargo, who has doubled in 3 at-bats tonight. One is outside, 2-1. Earlier today. That's what a sim game looks like. Take time between the simulated innings. Pitching to live batters. In that case, it was Kike Hernandez. Popped up. Bellinger coming in with a better angle than Grandal to make the catch. 2 gone.
They'll talk about that one later. Smiles right now. Paredes could have maybe directed a little traffic there, but not being a veteran on the field, you really go up there and you see as a pitcher Cody's taken over, you can go up and actually pull your catcher out of the way. Grandal gave way in time.
2 gone. Peter Borges is pinch hitting. Angel takes a strike. It's 0-1. Two out, top of the 8th. In the bottom of the 8th, there'll be a pinch hitter for Paredes and Taylor and Muncy. Anybody gets on, then Kemp. Outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Breaking ball outside, and it's 2-1. Borges has been up with the Braves for a little more than a week. He was at AAA in Gwinnett. Drilled into center field. And that's off the base of the wall. Kike Hernandez slips and falls. Borges runs well. He's on his way to third. He'll be held there.
Number 1, AT LAN.
Ball is crushed right there in the gap, and with 2 outs, you go ahead and make the risky play en route to keep him off the bases completely. Really doesn't matter if he's at second or third. I say that when Yasiel Puig scored in the last inning on a wild pitch, but still, you want your defenders to try and seek the out right there.
The Braves tonight are 7 for 14 with runners in scoring position. They were only 1 out of 7 last night. And Ozzie Albies coming up. But that's the end of the line for Paredes. Daniel Hudson is warming up. Roberts takes the ball, and Hudson is on his way in when we come back. Ago in Pittsburgh. That was when Dennis Santana injured himself. Santana injured himself so badly he's on the 60-day DL now. Hudson pitched an inning, a 1-2-3 inning, his first start of the year. This is his, and probably his last, his 19th appearance overall, a 4.84 ERA, and he's facing the tough Ozzie Albies, who leads the National League with 35 extra base hits. But he's been slumping lately. 0 for 4 tonight. He's 3 for his last 35. Is he in a slump or is he due?
I think. I don't want to say what I was thinking.
That was a rhetorical
I know,
question.
I know.
Something to
I'm
ponder.
so glad.
We're about to find out.
With his speed, it's tough to keep him off the base path. the way he swings the bat.
They've got the shift on the right side of the infield. He slaps it to the left, and it's 0-1. Well, when you were facing somebody who was in a slump, who was a really good hitter, I imagine somewhere in the back of your head you didn't allow the luxury of thinking about it too heavily, but
I would rather face a home run hitter than this guy.
yes.
Home run hitters have holes. This guy, even if he hits a weekly, he's got a chance to get on, and that guy on third. Just don't like that part of the equation.
Went around, according to Alan Porter, showing no sense of humor for Albies. Yeah.
That is a big bat stop for that. He uses the weight and the size of that bat to just kind of place it and put it in play sometimes. It's a hard one for him to stop with his hands.
Well, the guy with a big bat. On 0-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Between Albies and Ronald Acuna Jr., who is on the disabled list. They got 2 20-year-old kids, the pillars of their future. 1-2, shift on the right side, outfield straight away. Albies has 14 home runs. He's knocked in 35. His 19 doubles rank him 3rd in the league. He's their leadoff hitter. Now 2-2. Pinch hitter for Hudson will lead off for Dave Roberts in the bottom half of the 8th. Now 3-2.
Albies remind you a little bit of Rafael Furcal. Maybe a little Willie McGee. Maybe a little Dave Roberts. They're grinding, using the speed, making contact, and hit for power when they get it out front.
And they could run.
A tool that doesn't slump.
On 3-2. Did he go around? Yes, he did. Angel Hernandez punches him out without asking for Alan Porter's guidance. And Albies say, well, come on. Well, I did go around. That's that. We'll go to the bottom of the 8th. 5-3 Atlanta.
area in all of the baseball field. Does he go around or not? And it is up to the umpire, because even the players on both sides will argue check swings.
Check swings and balks are in the eye of the umpire.
Yep.
And in this case, the eyes of the Angel. Angel Hernandez. Austin Barnes leads off for the Dodgers in the bottom of the 8th. They've got 6 outs left to figure out how to come up with at least a couple of runs. Dodgers have more pinch hits than any other team in baseball. Well, we'd sure like to get one now from Barnes. After Barnes, there is only Justin Turner. Well, that's somebody you haven't seen before. Daniel Corsino, who was called up today. Because again, he's got a live arm.
Saw him a lot in spring training. Got a huge look by the big league staff in big league camp for a while before he got sent down to the minor league side. He does have a big arm, and if his fastball command has gotten better, he's got a chance to get people out.
2 balls and 2 strikes to Austin Barnes. Dan Winkler is the 3rd reliever used by Brian Snitker tonight. Taylor on deck and Muncy to follow. On 2-2. A full count.
This 3-2 pitch has a lot more pressure on it because Yasiel Puig pinched a run out of them last inning. And the tying run to the plate.
Barnes will see another pitch. Dan Winkler. Born in Illinois, lives in Tennessee. Made 16 appearances with the Braves last year. Dodgers trailing by 2 in the bottom of the 8th. The battle continues. On 3-2 to Austin Barnes. First out of the 8th.
It was a great battle. Foul ball staying alive, hoping to get a mistake. Ended up in a K.
Now Taylor. Chris tonight 0 for 3, struck out, popped out and flied out. Taylor for a base hit. A 1-out single to right center. With Muncy coming up, he'll be the tying run at the plate.
This is a big single. The next 3 guys to come up. 11 home runs, 10 home runs, and 12 home runs behind him that represent the tying run.
Braves manager Brian Snitker. Muncy tonight, a home run, 2 walks. Max last night, a home run and a double. His average now up to 268. One ball, no strikes. Muncy in his last 6 games, including tonight, is 9 for 21 with 4 home runs and 7 runs batted in. He is the tying run at the plate. Takes high. 2 balls and no strikes. Kemp and then Bellinger and then Puig. All of whom have been hot.
Max Muncy has shown he has discipline. The home run in his first at bat, but then 2 walks. 2-0 count right here. He is zoning in on him.
Now 2-1. In Colorado last weekend, when Muncy hit the 2 home runs, the second home run came on the 11th pitch of the at-bat against Chad Bettis. He's a tying run at the plate. 2-1. Now 2-2.
The hitter takes a fastball right down the middle. In a situation where a home run can beat you, you got to be thinking he was looking for something else.
2 balls, 2 strikes, and 1 out. Taylor with good speed at first. Muncy drills it foul.
They've been crowding him, Charlie, most of this at bat. Muncy saying, "Get out of my kitchen," but hard to keep that one fair.
Two balls and 2 strikes. We're in the bottom of the 8th. Now it's full.
With all that home run power in the on-deck circle and in the hole, I do not think they will start Chris Taylor.
Muncy's on base percentage is .381 to go along with his .268 average and his 11 home runs. First and second, the tying runs are aboard. Kemp is coming up as the lead run. Third time tonight, Muncy has walked. Chuck Hernandez, veteran pitching coach, coming out. There's nothing going on in the Atlanta bullpen. Hernandez, pitching coach in Detroit and Tampa.
Number 27, Matt Kemp.
Matt Kemp on the season at .432 with runners in scoring position. Only Freddie Freeman a little bit higher. So he's the guy the Dodgers want now. Matt is 0 for 3 tonight. Kenley Jansen, should the Dodgers take the lead, joining Daniel Corsino. Into center field straight away. Easy play. Two out.
First baseman, number
And
35.
now Bellinger.
Cody Bellinger.
Oh for 3 tonight. Of course, he has homered now in 4 consecutive games. 4 Dodgers in franchise history have hit home runs in 5 straight. Roy Campanella, Sean Green, Matt Kemp, and Jock Peterson. Bellinger is the lead run. 1 ball, no strikes. Bellinger tonight has bounced out and has been struck out twice. Yasiel Puig is on deck. 2 on and 2 out in the bottom half of the 8th inning. 2-0. Taylor, terrific speed at second base. Muncy pretty quick at first. 2-0 with 2 out. 2-1 to Cody Bellinger. Taylor's at second. And Muncy's at first. And Winkler, third out of the pen, delivers a strike.
That is the pitch that Cody is fighting really hard not to chase. That's what he struck out on in his last at bat. It was a left-on-left situation. That one caught the top of the strike zone, but frustration still brews.
Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 out, 2 on. Bottom half of the 8th and a 2-run game. Bellinger. We'll see another pitch.
The at bat before yesterday's home run was a routine fly ball to right, but it was on a high fastball that he almost got to. The next at bat, he hit a home run. Just fouling that pitch off and staying in the batter's box has got to give him a little confidence.
He's the lead run. Taylor and Muncy are aboard. Winkler fakes a throw. Paid attendance tonight, 52,718. Third sellout of the year. Two and 2. Puig on deck. Bellinger into the Atlanta dugout. Barnes began the inning pinch hitting by striking out. Taylor singled, Muncy walked, and Kemp flied to center. 2 on, 2 out, 2 and 2 count. Bellinger. Did he go around? Yep. That is going to do it. No runs, 1 hit, 1 walk, and 2 left. We go to the 9th.
this series against the Atlanta Braves. The first 12,000 kids 14 and under will receive their own set of Junior Dodger Terry wristbands. Compliments of 99 cents only stores. For tickets, visit Dodgers.com/promotions.
Dave Roberts is shuffling the deck here in the ninth. Austin Barnes, who pinch hits, stays in the game at second base. Forsythe, who played at second, moves to first. And Daniel Corsino, who is making his first big league appearance for the first time since 2014. Well, we know he's got an arm. Now, whether he can get it from point A to point B with regularity is the issue.
He is the 25th pitcher to appear in a Dodger game this year. We've only played 63 games. We only used 26 last year, all of last year.
And again, it's also a product of the Dodger bullpen and its exhaustion. One ball and no strikes to Dansby Swanson. Corsino, 5'10", 205. Delivers a strike. That is 1-1.
Fastball up, and Yasmani Grandal trying to calm him down a little bit, so he calls an off-speed pitch to try and just get it over, and barely did that.
Corsino out of the Dominican. Delivers a strike. That is 1-2. So he overthrew the fastball, comes back with a couple of off-speed pitches. Arodys Vizcaíno, Braves closer, is warming. Hello. 2-2.
Looks like you could have the target down by the knees and the ball still might end up above the waist. He's a little pumped up out there.
Corsino, this is his 11th professional season and the 4th year in the Dodger organization. He pitched briefly with the Reds in 2014 at the big league level. On 2-2. Into left. One out.
Number 5, Freddie Freeman.
Now Freddie Freeman coming up. Looking at the Dodgers in the bottom of the ninth. Puig, Grandal, and Kike Hernandez. Freeman 3 for 4 tonight. Freeman going 3 for 4 tonight, and Kemp going 0 for 4. Freeman at the moment is now your National League's leading hitter, and Kemp is second. 1 ball, no strikes. Nick Markakis is on deck. Earlier tonight, Arizona rolled over the Rockies. The Nationals beat the Giants. And the Padres edged the Marlins. 1-2 to Freeman.
Best pitch that Daniel has thrown since taking the mound. That changeup right there was outstanding. And if his changeup's 85, you know his fastball can reach 95.
Talk about tailspin. And to short left, Kemp is there. 2 out.
Number 22, Nick Marquez.
2/3 of the way through his first appearance in the big leagues in 4 years. And it's not going to get any easier as Nick Markakis steps in. Markakis tonight is 2 for 4 and a strikeout. Strike. 0-1 to Nick Markakis.
Yeah, is Monty doing a good job seeing the tools right away that Daniel has on the mound? Going right to the changeup. That's the pitch he has a feel for.
Into center, and there's Kike Hernandez. So a 1-2-3 inning for Corsino, Puig, Grandal, and Kike Hernandez to hit in the bottom of the 9th. Monty Grandal and Kike Hernandez to face Arodys Vizcaíno. Big crowd tonight, sold out 52,718. Vizcaíno, 10 out of 12 in save tries. Opponents are hitting just 180 against him. 28 strikeouts in 24 2/3 innings.
Very rarely do you go to a guy that is throwing the ball around 96, 97, and the next guy throws harder, but that's what the Braves are throwing at the Dodgers.
That's the general MO around Major League Baseball these days. Bullpens where guys can routinely throw 95 and upwards. Hard, harder, and hardest. Puig 2 for 3 and a couple of runs scored tonight. He gets on, of course, a tying run comes to the plate. Grandal, and then Kike Hernandez. First pitch, bang, a base hit into center field. Puig's 3rd hit of the night.
66 turns 99 miles an hour around, right up the middle. Flip his number upside down, and that was the velocity he just hit, and he hit it right in the right spot. Gets it started early, drives it right back up the middle. Shoulder in, hip in, and explode. It's a start.
Now here's Grandal. Monty tonight 0 for 3 coming off the 2-home run night last night. He's a tying run at the plate. And he takes low and inside. 1 ball, no strikes. Dodgers hoping for their first walk-off win of the year. Randall's a tying run at the plate. Beginning the bottom of the ninth. Atlanta up by 2. Randall to the right side. There's 1 and 2. Albies with the quick flip. And Swanson throws on to first, and now the Dodgers down to their final out. Hernandez came in and pinch hit in the 7th inning. Grounded out. He takes a ball outside, 1-0. Kike has faced Vizcaíno 3 times, 0 for 3. 2 out, bottom of the ninth. 1-1. Sean Newcomb and Ross Stripling tomorrow. First pitch 1:10. Dodgers now down to their final strike. There's not a whole lot that Justin Turner can do about it. Left wrist still barking at him. 2-2. Forsythe on deck. Again, if Kike gets on and Forsythe gets on, and you still have Turner on the bench. Slowly hit to second. Albies throws out Hernandez. The Braves beat the Dodgers tonight 5-3. Atlanta improves to 37-27. The Dodgers fall back to 500 at 32-32. Player of the game tonight brought to you by Lexus, Tyler Flowers. 2 hits, 3 RBIs, and the Braves win it by 2. So the final score is 5-3. That is a wrap for us from Dodger Stadium. For Oral Hershiser and Alana Rizzo, I'm Charlie Steiner saying good night and goodbye, and we'll talk to you again tomorrow. Coming up next, Access Sportsnet Dodgers, brought to you by your Southern California Ford dealers.